is she this morning?
OK. A little sheepish, I think. She'll feel rough for a day or two.
Can I see her?
Just getting dressed. She's being released.
Already?
There's nothing more we can do. She tells me she'll be staying with you for a while.
With my wife and I, yes, till she gets herself together. I assure you, she'll be receiving all the support we can offer her now.
She really needs professional help. Counselling. Her GP can refer her to the right place.
And I'm sure her friends will rally her around.
Well, given that none of you seemed to notice that she was suffering from depression...
No.
That's not uncommon.
Hello?
I'll get someone to help see you out. Excuse me.
I don't think she liked me very much.
We'll get you home soon.
Ashley, would you mind at all if I just went back to my house?
Yes, I would.
Only I've put everyone to enough trouble.
Feeling like that got you into difficulties in the first place. The decision's made.
You're sure Bernice doesn't mind?
Of course not. We discussed it and we made the decision together. Let's get you back.
There he goes. Robert, just forget about him, Robert. How can I? He knows what happened. He could have been anyone. Kids from Motton just out for a laugh. They didn't know anyone was inside, did they? Could have been anyone.
I'm gonna go ask him.
Oh, Robert. No, Robert. There's no point. Just let it go. The bus. Come on, Robert.
Denise, you in?
Upstairs.
Our guests arrived.
Ashley, I really don't think I should be here.
Gloria.
Hello. I didn't want to put you out.
Of course not.
I'll be off then. Oh.
Nicola, you know Gloria, don't you?
Yeah.
She's just out of hospital.
Oh. Nothing serious, I hope.
I shouldn't think so.
What was the matter then?
They're not entirely sure. Tess, you know. She'll be staying with us for a day or two.
All right. I'll be off to work then. Get well soon.
So, how are you feeling?
I wouldn't mind a bit of a rest. I'd be fine on the settee.
Nonsense. Is the spare room made up?
Yeah, I'll take you upstairs.
This is very kind. Ashley, could you phone the practice for me? Tell them what's happened. Explain.
Of course. You mean really explain?
I think it'd be best.
Right.
She's still not here.
She probably had a sixth sense of what's going to happen to her.
Don't look at me as if it's my fault. This is exactly why we have to let her go. She can't even turn up on time. Hello, vet surgery. Hello, Ashley. What's happened? She tried to what? No. And how is she now? Yes. Yes. Thank you.
What's happened?
I can hardly believe it. Gloria tried to kill herself.
What? Gloria? Well, that can't be right, can it? Someone's made a mistake.
Well, I hardly think that Ashley would have made it up.
Is she all right?
She's out of hospital. He'd taken her to the vicarage.
This is completely out of the blue. She'd never said anything.
Well, not to us, anyway.
I mean, I knew about her money trouble, but we all have that at some time or other, don't we? She never said it was that bad.
Well, she always gave the impression that she was coping. I mean, do you think there was anything else that was particularly worrying her?
I don't know. She borrowed a necklace off Pollard that was valuable, and she was worrying how to pay it back.
Is that all?
Pollard.
You can't blame Pollard for what's happened to Gloria.
Should have had a word with him, told him to back off. Pressure he must have been piling on her.
Right, I'm off. I've given upstairs a good doing. I'll tackle the kitchen tomorrow. What's up?
Well, I suppose you should know Gloria was taken to hospital.
What for?
Stomach trouble, just a precaution.
Oh. round and see her this afternoon?
She's out now.
She's just staying at the vicarage for a bit.
Oh, well, I'll go round there then.
No, I wouldn't, Betty. She just needs to sleep, apparently.
Right. Well, I'll send her a card then.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Right, I'm off.
Where to?
Just a few calls and that. I'll be back at lunchtime.
OK, I'll see you later.
Stomach trouble, eh? Poor little love.
Come in. Sit down. You'll have to ignore the mess. I've got a week of washing and 4 months of my life to catch up on.
Yes, I can imagine. No, I just came by to say how pleased we are to see you back, Diane and I.
Thanks, Alan. Don't know how long it's going to last for, though.
Oh, what do you mean?
The farm. Had a lot of time to think about it. All the changes I'm going to make. New beginnings and all that.
Well, that's good, surely.
It's a fantasy. Now I'm here, I can see that. It's going to go under. I should get us all out while there's still something to sell.
Who to?
Well, Chris Tate wants it.
I expect he does.
I think I'd rather let it fall down.
There must be others who are interested.
Don't listen to me, Alan. It's all the travelling. Tomorrow, it'll look different.
Well, I hope so, Jack. I wouldn't be the only one who'd be sorry to see you go.
How's Diane?
Well, actually, that's partly why I'm here. Diane.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I thought you ought to know that she and I, Diane and I, have come to an understanding.
What about?
Well, we're involved. We're having a relationship. I don't know what else to call it.
Well, you don't need my permission for that.
No, I know, but I did want to know what are your intentions towards her?
I haven't got any.
Well, not now, perhaps, but in the future, maybe?
Like I said, Alan, this is about fresh starts for me. She's part of a time that I want to leave behind. I won't be looking back.
Right.
Looked like she was at death's door. She could hardly stand up.
What's the matter with her?
They don't know. They're doing tests. Though I reckon it's probably a nose job.
Gloria?
Yeah. She always walks around with it so high in the air, it probably got stuck.
Nicola.
Morning. Is everything all right?
Just telling Diane illness at the vicarage.
Who?
I couldn't get out there quick enough, to be honest. Until we know what it is, we don't know if it's catching, do we?
Who's ill?
Gloria Weaver.
Oh. What's she doing there?
Oh, Ashley's taken her in. I wouldn't mind, but her bedroom's next door to mine. Oh, I couldn't come here for a couple of days, could I?
You're right, you couldn't.
Everyone else is all right, though, aren't they?
Yeah. Anyway, Bernice won't be in today, and she's looking after the invalid.
Bernice's?
She's in safe hands then, isn't she? Let's get to work.
Thanks. How's she doing?
Fine, she's resting now.
Can you just pop my head round the door?
The doctor said she needs to sleep.
Well, I won't stay long. I just want to see her.
Paddy, I really think you should leave her to...
It's all right, Ashley. I was awake anyway. Do you know, I wouldn't mind a cup of tea, though.
Right. Perhaps you'd like to go through to the sitting room. Won't be a sec.
Gloria. What on earth have you done to yourself?
Morning.
Hello.
So, how are you then, Nicola, love?
I'm fine.
We're not open yet, Bet.
No, I've come to clean.
I wasn't expecting you today.
No, well, I've had to swap my clients round a bit due to unforeseen, you know.
Due to being a nosy on.
Everything all right then up at the vicarage, Nicola?
As far as I know.
I heard about poor Gloria. What a terrible thing to happen.
She didn't half look poorly, you know. Do you know what I think?
Nicola, could you go and get me some mixers, please?
Sure.
I suppose you'd know if there was anything wrong. I mean, you living in the same house and all.
Well, no one does. They're doing tests.
Oh, we could all make a damn good guess, though, couldn't we?
What do you mean?
We're not open yet, are we?
No, Bet just popped in to give Nicola the 3rd degree.
I did not. Just expressing concern about a troubled neighbour.
Nicola, have you got a minute?
Yeah.
So, what's your theory then, Bet, in case you weren't going to share it?
Well, obvious, isn't it?
Really?
Well, I like the odd drop myself, but she's the type of person that cracks open a bottle just to watch supermarket sweep.
Hey, I'm glad you came in today, Bet.
Oh, aye?
Should see the state of them cellars. Could do with a damn good scrubbing.
What were you thinking of?
I wasn't thinking.
I had you down as being far too sensible for this sort of thing.
So did I.
Why didn't you talk to me?
I did. A little.
Why didn't you let me help you?
I suppose it all started to run away from me. I got further and further out of my depth.
You should have told someone.
I didn't want anyone to know how bad things were. I feel very foolish. But Edna's money, I will pay it back.
This is all down to Pollard, isn't it?
No.
Putting pressure on you.
He found me.
If he hadn't have bullied you for the money, you wouldn't have felt so desperate in the first place.
I shouldn't have lost his necklace.
The necklace doesn't matter. It's you that's worth something, and don't you forget that. I'm going to sort this out with him.
Oh, please don't, Paddy.
So he found you then, did he? Well, where is he now?
He took me to the hospital.
Well, I don't see him running around here full of remorse, do you? He finds you, looks all heroic, and then dumps you on somebody else. He don't care for you at all. If he did do, he wouldn't have put you through all this. Oh, Gloria, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Come here.
That's me done. I suppose you've heard about Gloria's little, turn.
No.
Hospitalised.
Stomach trouble.
Well, liver, to be precise.
Really?
Too much of the old mother's ruin.
So Bet reckons, but she's the only one.
Yeah, well, I think she should be barred from in here for her own health.
Thank you, Bet. Now, if you've finished...
Yeah, well, I'm only trying to help.
I hadn't noticed that Gloria had a drink problem.
No, me. But with friends like Bet, who can blame her?
Shouldn't you be at school?
You're not putting me off anymore. I want answers from you, I want them now.
There's nothing more I can tell you.
I know there is. Someone has to know what happened that night, and you were right in the middle of it.
This isn't doing you any good, mate. I understand how you're feeling.
No, you don't.
Well, what do you want me to do? Make something up? If I said something off the top of my head, that'd make you feel better, eh?
I just want you to tell me what happened.
We've done this over and over.
And we'll keep doing it till you tell me the truth. Who was it?
I don't know. You've got to stop this, Robert, for my sake, if not for yours, all right?
Richie, please. Richie!
You've got to stop worrying and deal with things one at a time. First of all, we're going to tell Pollard he can wait for the money for his stupid necklace.
I can't do that. I've already paid him.
How did you manage that? And he took your money? He's completely beneath contempt.
Here we go.
He isn't, but I am.
Will you stop saying that?
Please. You asked me how I managed to pay him back.
Would you rather I left?
No. Eric's been so kind, I couldn't bear the fact that I'd let him down. Not lived up to expectations. I hadn't a penny. I ended up at the church. I didn't really expect to find the answer there, but I did. I want you to know that I will never, ever forgive myself for what I've done.
To err is human. To forgive is...
Nobody forced me into it. I acted on my own free will.
No one's judging you, Gloria.
I sank to such depths you could never imagine. I was asking him for guidance. I sat and waited. None came. I started dusting the altar, noticed the candlesticks. Then I realised what I had to do. I took them.
You?
Then I went into Houghton and pawned them. He knows me. Seen me often enough. No questions asked.
I see.
I will get the money for them somehow.
Does Pollard know where the money came from?
No. I don't know what I was thinking now. I put myself under such a strain.
No, you didn't. He did.
Oh, Eric, I heard about poor Gloria.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, alcoholic poisoning, was it? Well, that'll teach her a good lesson, won't it?
I'm sorry I can't stand around here listening to your idle chit-chat.
Well, she could spend time listening to yours. Perhaps that's what drove her to drink in the first place.
Betty, I will not have what has happened to Gloria be the subject of your insatiable desire for base gossip. I think you should stay out of things that you cannot even begin to understand. Do I make myself clear?
There's a castle, no less, all of 600 years old.
Where have you been? I waited for you after school, but you didn't show up.
Left early.
Why?
I went to see Richie.
What? I thought I've told you to stay away from him. You can't believe anything he says anyway. He lied about Dad, didn't he?
He's holding something back.
What did he say? Did he tell you anything?
No, he didn't tell me anything.
So you're just going to drop it now? Because it's the same for us all, innit? Me, you, Dad. We're all going to have to live without knowing.
What are you two looking so serious about?
School.
Homework.
Well, it's got to be done. Get the tea on first, though, shall we?
Oi! Pollard! I want a word with you.
Later, Paddy. I've had a little sleep and a rather taxing time of late.
That's nothing compared to what you've just put Gloria Weaver through, though, is it?
Don't know what you're talking about. I hope this is not going to take long. I'll be looking forward to a rather nice hot bath.
A nice hot... You drive Gloria to do what she did and then you just carry on like nothing's happened.
What exactly has she been saying to you?
Oh, she's been trying to defend you, would you believe? Which just goes to show you how deluded she's feeling, doesn't it? It's because of you she got into trouble.
Hey, that's a bit of a jump up, isn't it? Gloria and I have been seeing each other socially, that's all.
She got herself into such a state because she lost your necklace.
Lost it? She never told me.
Oh, and you know what she did? What you drove her to? She went into the church where she's been doing the flowers for the past God knows how many years, and she stole the candlesticks from the altar just to raise the money to pay you back.
But she didn't need to. I really had no idea.
Eric, you drove Gloria to the edge of despair for a few £100.
It wasn't even worth that.
You what?
I didn't know she couldn't afford it.
Just how desperate do you think you have to be to even think about doing what she did? Have you any idea?
Yes.
And then you find out she hasn't got any money, so you just turn your back and walk away.
And you, Paddy, what exactly are you doing here? You who work with her every day, for God's sake, couldn't you tell there was something wrong? No? So if I was using her, and I mean if, so are you.
Me?
None of us look any deeper than we have to. For me, she was company. Pleasant enough. For you, a receptionist. Did either of us really care how she felt?
I did. I did!
We have something in common, the three of us.
Oh, doubt it.
I dare say you felt the same way as Gloria. Perhaps when Mandy left you.
Don't you speak about her! You don't know what I felt!
Alone. When nobody really cares.
Speak for yourself.
And then one night, you just can't take any more. And you can't imagine there being an end to it. And you decide there's only one thing left you can do.
You.
You're not thinking straight. Because if you were, you'd know that it wasn't the answer.
But you're still here. Eric.
Let's say somebody talks some sense into me.
So someone does care, even for you.
And then you have to find a way to manage. To get back up. I decided there and then never to entrust my feelings with anyone ever again. Never to be weak. Yeah. So as much as I wanted to get involved, I couldn't.
So you just leave it to it?
Choose you. I'm the vicar to rely on.
What about you?
Me? I shall just have to do the best I can. That's all any of us can do, isn't it? At the end of it. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to be left alone.
If you have been affected by issues raised in this programme, you can visit itv.com/advice for support information.